Hey guys, so sorry if it's hard to read. I am filming my computer. So yeah. So I decided to do some commissions. I'll explain everything. You'll know where to ask me for them and stuff like that. So basically it says my commissions. Sorry it's hard to read, but it's easier to read this when you see it online. I posted it, so it should be up before this video. It's up before this video, so yeah. So I know the red is a bit bothering, but it's just so that way it's seen as important. So it basically says, please look through my social media to know my style of drawing. Please, if you're new to my channel and you want commissions, don't just go for it without knowing what style I draw in and then afterwards get disappointed with me just because it doesn't look the way that you wanted it to look. Definitely kind of try to get familiar with the artist's style before asking them to do commissions. And I have some rules that I want to lay out, so it's an entire page. One, no sexual references. Basically, down here it basically explains this. If you are unsure if I would be comfortable drawing a certain character, message me a few references and ask if they are okay. So there's a fine line for me between what's actually sexual or too revealing and what's not really revealing, not really that sexual, but it could be that the character is wearing revealing clothing, but I wouldn't see it as sexual in any way. It totally depends on the character, in my opinion. So if you're unsure and you think the clothing may be revealing a bit much, you might want to message me and ask me with some references before you ask me to do a commission, and I'll tell you whether or not it feels right for me to do it. If it doesn't, I might ask you and say, is there another piece of clothing that this character could wear instead? Like, is there another version of this character wearing a different piece of clothing? No characters that have an obvious religious background on their outfit. Unfortunately, because the reason why I say this is because I'm Christian, so I don't really want, like, even if it's Christian stuff, I kind of just don't feel comfortable doing that. I just want to be kind of like, if I'm treating other religions like that, I feel like I should do it the same way towards my religion, so that way at least it's equal and you guys won't be like, but you draw Christian stuff, why can't you draw other religious stuff? So yeah, basically just none of that, so that way it's okay. I know mine has it, but that's just because I'm Christian. But basically that's my own picture, that's why. References must be full body and clear, so the references need to be clear and they need to have the full body. Even though I won't really draw the entire body, I'll just do like a head to knee type of deal around here ish. So yeah, kind of following the guidelines of this picture. Commissions will only be sent as digital copies. I will not send any physical pieces of prints of these artworks. Characters will be from head to knee length, which is basically what I said. And no demon or god characters. Because I'm Christian, I'm not allowed to get into that stuff, so for my sake, I'm saying no. I'm being more strict on myself. I know these regulations may seem strict on you guys, but honestly, it's more strict on myself to remind me what is technically okay and what is not okay. This is hard to read. What I need for references. So a close-up of the head and face of the character, so that way I kind of know what the face looks like and the detailing and stuff. A clear full body shot of the front of the character, so just like that. Payment will be through PayPal. I will send you the link after I establish the price with you, because there are some pricing down here that are a bit complicated. Pay half first, and then I'll send you a rough sketch later. So basically you pay half first, and then I'll send you a rough sketch like after, but not right after. Like, I'll take my time to do the rough sketch, and then I'll show you, and then you pay before that. So you pay after we establish the price. Pay final half before I give you the final product. This is just a way to kind of protect myself as an artist, because not saying that everyone will do this, but there are scammers out there, from what I've heard, that will try to like avoid paying anything, and basically you get ripped off. So I don't want to be ripped off, and I think I trust myself more than, not necessarily I don't trust you guys, but I think I trust myself with dealing with the fact, like, when the payment should be on time, just to remind myself, and message you when I've completed the final product, and then you'll pay me, and then yeah. Going down here, it's the pricing. Sorry, my camera keeps focusing and unfocusing. It's really hard. This, if you just want to sketch, it's $15. This isn't a lot compared to other commissioners, so the reason why is because I'm a beginner commissioner. So yeah, $20 for an outline sketch, just because $5 more, just because I outlined it, because I need to pay for my outlining supplies too, and it's not easy to get my outlining supplies. I actually have to go Toronto-ish or near my church to get the supplies, and it costs money for gas and stuff. So basically I kind of like estimated. I'm pretty sure that's not technically the right price. Maybe it should be more, but I'm just going to keep it cheap because I don't want it to be too expensive. $25 colored and outlined. I originally was gonna make this around $30, but I thought that's too much money for like in general, but because I'm adding stuff extra for the bottom part, you'll see, I'll explain it later, but basically yeah. But again, need to pay for my coloring. My coloring is very expensive too. Extra plus $5 on top of any pricings for complicated characters. So if you give me a complex character with, say, the outfit has so many details, and of course it will take me a little bit longer, even though I draw pretty fast, it's still a lot of detail, and sometimes like I think it takes more motivation for me to draw something very detailed. But anyways, because it's more complicated, I'm going to say $5 on anything. So if you get a sketch and it's very complicated, then you have to pay $20. Outline sketch would be $25, and color sketch would turn into $30. But that's the only time that it would be $30. I won't go over $30 ever. One customer per 2 weeks. So basically give me 2 weeks to finish it. Not necessarily needing the entire 2 weeks, but because I need to do my own stuff and I have YouTubing and everything, you guys know, because this is going to be a YouTube video. But because of that, and I need to draw my own stuff and post my own stuff, that's when 2 weeks will give me enough time to work on it. Doesn't mean I'll wait till later to work on it. Just because I have 2 weeks, I'm going to work on it first when I get orders. So don't think that I'm being lazy in any way. It's just a way to control how much customers I can have per time, because I don't want to be too crazy with it. Well, and I'll have a waiting list if someone is before you. So if someone is before you, then I'll tell you that you have to wait, and then I'll start on yours right away after I'm done. And theirs. Commissions only for personal use. And yeah, and there's a form that will be sent for that. So yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.